after moving in the temple in Ottawa, we were a few new devotees, brahmacharis, and then 6 months down the line, that was like in July, 7 months in July of 74, we came to know that Srila Prabhupada was to be in New Vrindavan. So we came to know a little bit at the last minute. We drove all the way to New Vrindavan, and that was the very first time I physically saw Srila Prabhupada, and we were 3 brahmacharis at the time who received initiation from Srila Prabhupada. That was the first time also I saw a large number of sannyasis and you know, with dandas. So that was a whole experience, of course, seeing so many senior, because in the small temple in Ottawa, we practically had no, Prabhupada never came there, and it was Satswarup Maharaj who was traveling from temple to temple, the library party. That was the only sannyasi we had met. So I met, or saw Srila Prabhupada, got initiated outside actually. They had arranged, Vyasasan Prabhupada gave a lecture, 21st of July, 1974, yeah. There's one statement I will always remember, which kind of indicated Srila Prabhupada's, you know, high level of Krishna consciousness. That was in Montreal. We were in the same room, or the same apartment actually, where Prabhupada was staying. It was the apartment of the temple president at the time. And we were not in the room where Prabhupada was having some discussion. At that time, the 5th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam had just been, was not yet printed. I believe Srila Prabhupada was writing various purports. So the conversation was relating, because the 5th canto deals with the cosmology, which is a very deep subject matter and a little bit controversial, you know, like the moon further away than the sun and things like that. So in that conversation, Srila Prabhupada, at one point, and you know, we were about, I don't know, 15 devotees in the other room just trying to catch whatever Prabhupada was going on, the conversation. So at one point, Srila Prabhupada made the following statement, which to me kind of was very significant. He said that this particular comment that I have made, I think he was referring to something in the purport, is dealing with realization, has to do with realization. Means that, you know, in Krishna consciousness, certain things we can understand not simply or not only by reading, but also Krishna reveals, you know. So that's the way I took it and understood it, that certain explanations that he was giving were from his level of realization as revealed, that's how I took it, as revealed by Krishna himself. So that's one statement that will always be with me, I suppose, to indicate Srila Prabhupada's high level of spiritual realization, which is only possible for someone who is a pure devotee like Srila Prabhupada. Yeah. Although naturally we were, you know, sad to receive the news, but in hearing the circumstances in which Srila Prabhupada left, you know, being at the last, in the last few days continuing to translate from the Srimad Bhagavatam, and being surrounded by so many devotees, to me, I mean, I felt I felt happy. It was like a further confirmation to me of Srila Prabhupada's position as a pure devotee, is that he lived and he taught and he preached in the most ideal, most exemplary manner, and he left this world in the same way, in a most exemplary manner. So to me that was like, was and remains a source of inspiration, that here is that person, even before leaving India, going to America, he was exemplary in so many ways, isn't it? As a householder, he began preaching, he began his, Back to Godhead magazine in 1944, etc. And then he, did this extraordinary feat of bringing Krishna consciousness in the West. And in other words, he carried it through right till the last moment. So that should be, for all of us, whether we are direct disciples or not of Srila Prabhupada, a source of inspiration in that Srila Prabhupada, he taught to the last moment how to live and how to die. Je anilo